Hey Giants Nation, thanks for clicking on the video. Today we're just going to go over a couple of things that I think the Giants need to do better than they have in the past couple of weeks tomorrow against Philly. And at the end of the video, I'll do a little prediction on what I think the score and the outcome of the game will be. So, the first thing that I think needs to happen is, of course, Daniel Jones cannot turn the ball over. Whether that's a fumble, whether that's an interception, he's got to be a little smarter with the ball. There's been a couple of fumbles where, in the beginning of the season, you can blame the offensive line because they weren't pass protecting as they should. There was one play where the Dallas game where Thomas just completely blew the block, and Daniel Jones didn't know that he was going to get hit, and he fumbled the ball. You can't put that on Jones. You can't do it. If you want to, that's on you. I just think that was really bad offensive line protection. So Daniel Jones needs to do, firstly, not turn over the ball, whether it's an interception or a fumble. Secondly, he needs to get the ball down the field more. He is at the very end of averaging the pass average. It's like 6 yards a throw. They've got to take more shots down the field. You're going to get Shepard back. You've got to utilize Slayton, and for God's sake, utilize Ingram. He's actually not hurt. Utilize him. That's what they need to do tomorrow. Utilize your players. Get the ball down the field. Plain and simple. Secondly, I think the offensive line play. We have an offensive line right now that has some actual depth on it. Nick Gates has gotten better at center each week. The guards have been very solid. Hernandez in his third year, and Zeitler, he's an all-pro. Cam Fleming is making strides, and Thomas is still a question. But when you have Matt Peart, who did fantastic last week against on run plays, and on pressures, you have to utilize him more. So I am very interested in seeing tomorrow what they do in packages with Peart, Fleming, and Thomas. I wouldn't be surprised at all if you see tomorrow Matt on the left tackle side, and there's some where Thomas is playing right tackle. I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's a good thing that the Giants, after many years of a lackluster offensive line, they actually have depth there where you can plug and play, and they're getting better. You can see that they're getting better. Andrew Thomas actually grades out pretty well for runs for wins. Obviously, he does not for the passing game, but there's nothing better in the world than competition. And now that Matt Peart is there with that competition, it's just going to push Andrew Thomas. The fourth overall pick, you want to keep your job. You want to be that left tackle for the next 10, 15 years for the Giants. You've got to do better. So competition is a great thing right now for the offensive line because we haven't had one in so long. Thirdly, our defense has been very good this year. There are top 10 or 12. Last week it was 8 for yards allowed. They're doing a very good job. The defense is very good. Blake Martinez is doing great. Fackrell, great acquisition. James Bradbury is a top cornerback this year. The defensive line is doing very well. We have 15 sacks on the year. It's going to blow away last year's total. So that is a great thing. I have a cat behind me, sorry. What we need to do, though, is get off the field on third down. We are last in the league on third down conversions. So getting off the field is a big thing. Carson Wentz is a very mobile quarterback, and he's got an arm, and he's accurate. So we've got to get off the field. That defensive line has to get pressure on a very, very weak Philadelphia Eagle offensive line. So get off the field on third down is really important tomorrow. Okay, so that brings me to what I think is going to happen tomorrow. The Giants need to. The Giants are going to win this game. I will put it like that. They can't be the Giants a couple of weeks ago when they played the 49ers, that they looked at the injuries, and I think that they overlooked them. You can't do that to Carson Wentz and that offense. You still have to respect it. So, I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game, but I think the Giants win tomorrow 24-17. DJ has to get the ball going, get the ball down the field. The running game has gotten better week to week. Play action and get off the field on third down. The defense will do its job. Let's get this W tomorrow. We are still in the thick of it in the awful NFC East. Let's get a win and just continue. They can win after win. Next, after them, the Giants play the Buccaneers. We can't get blown out in that game. We have to continue what we're doing on a week-to-week basis. We've gotten better each week. Continue. Just continue, guys. So that's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button and give me a like. Thanks, everybody.